All right. LDBC. There's your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. Your live, on Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, folks. I want to get at this. I'm sorry. This person asked me a couple of months ago, what did I think about Sherra Wright being convicted? And I don't really talk about stuff like this much, or politics. I just don't, man. I just not really that excited to talk about it. But I will discuss this case because I'm going to say, well, what did I tell y'all? Before I start, okay, I want to tell y'all, first of all, you can't look at a book by its cover and then you judge it. And I know some people, you look at people and think that their motives are bad. I look at this, man, not every white person that I see, their motives ain't bad. I just think people, they really sensationalize the ones that's just doing bad stuff. But when people look at Abigail Noel, the first thing people start saying is, well, this white lady's an opportunist. This white lady just looking for opportunity. She don't care about Lorenzen Wright. She don't care about this. Here go the thing, man. I think people jumping so far ahead, okay, of looking at what color this lady is, but y'all not looking at the facts. Abigail Noel, she bust this case wide open. She solved the case, man. 7 years ago, the case was already solved. But they thought she was crazy. And even Lorenzen Wright's own family, man, they didn't believe it at first, but when everything started coming together, you can't help but believe it. Look, man, Abigail Noel, not only did she bust this case wide open and solve it, she had names, okay? She gave names, like complete descriptions, and she point blank said that Sherra Wright had everything to do with Lorenzen Wright's death. She said it. But nobody really took her serious. That's why now the case is taking so long. That's why now, because they can't, a lot of the stuff, the facts that she put out there is irrefutable. So they had to go investigate. They had to do everything. Even where to find a weapon at. She told them where to find a weapon. And, and I'm going to tell you something. Abigail Noel had no connection to Lorenzen Wright. She said basically, God was telling her, you know what, and I'm not going to get too deep on that spiritual part, because we just got dudes up on here, man. They lose their water, man. They just do. I mean, it's just something, though. I'll get into like really deep spiritual stuff. And I know I keep saying Patreon's going to be my avenue. I just got to get some time to sit down and really make these Patreon videos, okay? I got to do them, okay? I got some made. I just got to upload them. But this one for sure. The rest of this will go on Patreon. And I believed it 100%. See, it was so much. See, it was a lot of details, y'all. It was a lot of details. And this woman had no connection. I mean, they already proved that she had no connection to Lorenzen Wright. They proved it, okay? She ain't know him from Adam. Didn't know nothing about him. She just, heard about the case and was like, there's something wrong, something fishy about this. So she solved it. She used her abilities, She even, she saw images in her mind, man, what a gun was. And the police went, and guess what they did? They found that gun. They found a murder weapon. How did she know that? Okay, she ain't had no connection. Don't nobody know her. Don't nobody know her. Okay? People was trying to call this woman a fraud. They was doing everything. But you got to understand, and the fact of the matter is she solved this case. She broke the case wide open. And see, that's the part that the Memphis police can't understand. Now, this is no laughing matter, guys. This man died in this, okay? But I am so going to tell you that I told y'all. See, when there's infidelity, there's death, okay? Now, Lorenzen Wright died very brutally and gruesome. And he didn't deserve the way he died. But he was also being unfaithful. And guys, I always told y'all that stuff catch up to you. When you're unfaithful to your wife, when you're unfaithful, death follows. And at one point in time, they got a divorce, and I think they got back together. And, they were doing some stuff. But basically, I guess when they got a divorce, Sherra, she got her boyfriend. And, I think that they were still kind of seeing each other. Or they got separated, divorced or separated, either one. But I know that while they were together, though, Lorenzen was going from different cities, man, and he had different women. And I'm not saying that's not a reason to kill anybody, okay? And I'm letting y'all know that that's not a reason to kill anybody, because I know we got so many people triggered. But I done told y'all the connotations of infidelity is death. It's always death, okay? I don't care how you slice it and dice it. I don't care for how long you do it. The connotations is premature death. That's just what it is. I mean, I understand, y'all, man, you talking about Lorenzen and the man died. Yeah. But I'm trying to explain to y'all what it is. I'm trying to explain to y'all what went down. And what went down is, she retaliated. She retaliated for him being unfaithful and not wanting to pay money. Okay, it all went down to it. See, it was a woman scorn. And see, she had long lost the love for him, and then she just looked at it as money. Okay, when he ain't finna pay this money like I want, I might as well go on and get him out of here anyway, because he cheating on me, or he was cheating on me. He ain't never do right by me. And that was her thought. The wrong thought. She's gonna probably be in jail for the rest of her natural life. She ain't getting out of jail. She can forget that. She can forget being in jail. I mean, she can forget getting out of jail. She'll be there forever. But see, Abigail Noel had already solved the case, man. She solved this case. And, it's funny, man. It's funny how people can take a look at somebody and just think that they're a fraud. But this woman, all she spoke was facts. And you know what? Now they're going to go after the Memphis police. They got to. And she even gave names. You know what? This woman life in danger, man. She done lost wages. This woman done lost a whole lot of stuff being involved in this case. But she said she had to listen to what God told her. That's what she said, She had to listen to what God told her. And she, said, okay. I mean, she's been getting death threats. She's been getting legit death threats. When you're trying to expose a police department, that's dangerous. It's dangerous, but she done already gave up names, okay? Names of the people in the police department who are involved. And she might get killed. I mean, she probably might get killed. Who knows? I don't know. And they say you can't predict your own death. I don't know. She's a psychic. But they say you can't do it. They say you can't. It's just the way that is. But I want y'all to understand that this isn't a joking matter. This man died up in this. But guys, I got to bring to y'all attention to infidelity, y'all. I got to. And that's what nobody want to talk about, man. The news won't touch that, man, because the case is so sensitive. The news people, they will not touch the fact that, he was being unfaithful to his wife. And he has been on several occasions. But folks, that's just how it is. That's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. Stuff happens, man. Stuff happens in life. And you are a consequence of the choices that you choose to make. That's what my mother used to always say to me, man. She used to always say that to me. And she said that to me before she put me out in the cold. I'll never forget that day. And I told y'all the story. I've told y'all the story. Kept coming home late, not listening. And, one day got to the house and, trying to open the door. She changed the locks. Had my stuff outside. And, it was the dead of winter. And, of course it was snowing. And I'm just like, what? And then she said, son, you are a consequence of the choices that you choose to make. And when you understand the consequences of your choices, then you'll do what you need to do to be a man. And I grew up at 18 years old that day. I had to become a man. And I thank my mom for that, man. I thank my mom and dad for that, man. I thank them for that. I thank them for that, because had they not done that, man, I would have been doing what I was doing. And what I was doing, let me tell y'all something. Yeah. I'm not going to incriminate myself online. I'll just put it like that, okay? But you are consequences of the choices that you choose to make. And unfortunately, for you people that's married, this need to serve as a lesson to y'all, for you married people. If you don't want to be with your significant other and you know you don't love them, don't cheat on them. Just tell them you want out. Now, you might have to pay. But look, it's better to pay than to lose your life. It's better to have to pay her or pay him than to lose your life. Okay? It's much better to do that. Just tell them you want out and just leave and then go live your life. Okay? Just go do it. Tell them you want out. And sometimes it might not be a comfortable conversation you having. Sometimes it might not be. Okay? Sometimes divorce is hard. Divorce is very, very hard. It's hard on people that get it. But if you know you're not happy, just leave. Because chances are, the person won't retaliate. They're just going about their business. Chances are. Okay? And sometimes you got the situation where the person, they won't sign the divorce papers and they'll keep stalking you and stalking you. You got those situations. But for the most part, when people want a divorce, chances are they'll give you the divorce and they'll move on. And that's what you do. You get a divorce, you move on, and that's just what it is. Can't live with somebody that y'all can't get along. Okay, move along if you can't get along. That's what I always say. Move along if you cannot get along. Then everything will be copacetic. Everything will be good. And that's just how it is, y'all. Definitely, I hope Lorenzen and Wright'S family, they find closure. Okay? Hope they find a lot of closure in all of this. And I think they will. And I think they will find closure. And I think they need to find closure. And I think they need to definitely go after the city of Memphis. They need to go after them, man. Because the police, they sat on this evidence for 9 days, man. They sat on that police phone call for 9 days. And then they tried to justify it. They tried to cover it up. How do you sit on evidence for 9 days, y'all? This is just, I'm shaking my head. Like, what made them not even turn this information over? Wow. Well, they got a case. They got a case. At any point, they do have a case. Okay, guys. Tell me what you think, man. I'm going to get off this topic. I'm going to get on in here and I got to do some work now. I'm done.